At the beginning of the film, a police officer named Axel is at a hockey game in Detroit with his partner. Axel is convinced that members of a local gang he has been tracking for a long time are planning to rob the stadium. In the locker room, the officer indeed finds the gang members and attacks them. The criminals attempt to escape. Despite facing suspension, Axel does not abandon his methods of fighting crime and chases the gang members with a snowplow. In the end, he succeeds, albeit causing some destruction around him. Meanwhile, in Beverly Hills, Axel's daughter Jane, a lawyer, takes on the defense of a guy named Sam, who is accused of eliminating a cop named Copeland. One day, unknown masked individuals strongly urge Jane to drop the case in a parking lot. To make their demands clearer, they even hang her car vertically on a cable. At the same time, Axel's former colleague and friend Billy helps Jane with her investigation. At an impound lot, he even obtains evidence for her case. Before the gang members find him, Billy manages to call Axel and inform him that his daughter is in danger. Axel takes the first flight to Los Angeles and arrives in Beverly Hills, where he worked as a police officer for a long time. Upon arriving at Billy's office, Axel discovers that it is being searched by unknown individuals. The officer pretends to be one of them and manages to steal a sheet of paper from Billy's notepad with an address on it. However, Axel's deception is quickly revealed. The officer uses a fire extinguisher and tries to escape from his pursuers. At this moment, his rented car gets ticketed. Without hesitation, Axel steals the car of the ticket lady. The woman, who has a pepper spray, nevertheless refuses to give up her car without a fight. During the chase, Axel loses control and crashes. He is arrested and taken to the local police station to Detective Bobby, who happens to be Jane's ex-boyfriend. Axel skillfully removes the handcuffs behind his back and asks to see his old friend, Bobby's boss, named John. John is happy to see Axel and introduces him to Cade, the head of one of the interagency departments. Then, Jane, whom Axel called, arrives and bails out her father, despite their long-standing estrangement due to a quarrel. Axel tells her about Billy's call and his disappearance. Together, they head to the impound lot, where Copeland's car is located. On the surveillance cameras, Axel recognizes the guys searching Billy's office. He also notices that a camera was stolen from the car and memorizes the paint color from a dent on the vehicle. Realizing they are being followed, Axel discovers a bug under their car. To lose their pursuers, he attaches the bug to a bus while driving. Afterward, Axel and Jane follow the people from Billy's office to a private social club, where they find out these men work for Cade. Cade tells a surprised Axel that Billy stole important evidence related to the Copeland case. Suspecting Cade of criminal activity, Axel and Jane leave, but are attacked by mercenaries on the road the next day. Bobby, who decided to keep an eye on Axel and Jane for a while, helps them fend off the attackers. Despite being suspended after the shootout, Bobby decides to assist Axel and Jane with their investigation. The next day, Axel's friend helps arrange a house showing, next to the address Axel found from Billy. Sneaking away, Axel quietly climbs over the fence. In the neighboring house, Axel finds bags and a car that likely hit Copeland's car. It turns out the house is controlled by Cade, who recognizes Axel on the surveillance footage. Later, Axel and Bobby visit a club for information from a man named Chelino. Axel tells him that his daughter is the lawyer of Chelino's nephew, who was framed. Chelino reveals that corrupt cops, led by Cade, are working with a cartel. Copeland, who had had enough, wanted to confess everything but didn't get the chance. Cade eliminated him. Billy was last seen snooping around the port. After leaving the club, Axel and Bobby are arrested by Cade, who plants the bags in their trunk. In the interrogation room, Axel frees himself from the handcuffs and climbs into the ceiling ventilation. He then knocks out Cade when he enters the room and frees Bobby. They are noticed. The pair quickly climbs to the roof, and former pilot Bobby starts a helicopter. Struggling through the streets of Beverly Hills, they manage to reach John's police station. However, Cade, pursuing them by car, manages to disable the helicopter, which makes a hard landing on a golf course. Stealing a car, Bobby and Axel then rush to the port. There, they find Billy's car and Billy himself, held by the gang members. The officers manage to free Billy, who had securely hidden the memory card from Copeland's car camera, which recorded Cade's crime. Axel then hijacks the criminal's truck and calls Jane. However, by this time, Cade's men have captured and are holding her. Using her phone, the corrupt cop demands the memory card. Using help from friends in Detroit, Axel finds Jane's phone location and crashes into the house where she is held. Inside, a shootout with the gang members ensues. John, having learned the truth about Cade, also arrives to help Axel. Meanwhile, Jane, trained in her childhood by Axel, manages to free herself from the handcuffs and knock out a mercenary. At this moment, Axel bursts into the room. The officer gets wounded, shielding his daughter from Cade's attack, who is then eliminated by Bobby. In the end, the remaining mercenaries are arrested and Axel is taken to the hospital. All charges against Sam are dropped. A few days later, Axel starts to recover. He even escapes from the hospital to get some burgers. Jane, having reconciled with her father, finds him and takes him back. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to not miss out on new videos. Thanks for watching.